We'll now recognize for 5 minutes Representative Mfume.
Congressman.
Thank you very much. Mr. Cunningham, I want to ask you a couple of real simple questions and try to get your honest reaction here. As you know, this past Friday, the State Department laid off over 1,300 employees, including 1,100 of which were civil service employees and 246 which were foreign service officers. That figure is in addition to the roughly 1,600 employees who have left the agency since January, many of whom will say that they left under duress. At the same time, the Foreign Service Institute has indefinitely postponed any and all promotions, holding up promotions and shutting the entry point for new Foreign Service officers to get in. So I'm disturbed by the sheer number of employees fired, but also by the seemingly indiscriminate nature and manner of those firings. If I'm incorrect, I certainly would welcome your comments on some of this. I'm concerned also about the loss of expertise from the civil service and foreign service employees that had dedicated their lives, quite frankly, to serving this government, this nation, and the American people. So can you, for the sake of the committee here on the record, give us a sense of what you've done since being there to ensure that the recent staff reductions at the State Department will not harm the ability of the United States to engage in important diplomatic work?
Thank you, Congressman. I can assure you right from the very start that what we're doing will not disturb the important mission that we have. I would welcome the opportunity just to talk to you a little bit about how that America First foreign policy is in place and how that relates to the reorganization as well as the reduction in force that you were so specific about. When Secretary Rubio came to office, he pledged that we were going to make foreign policy the purview of our ambassadors, of our embassies, of our operations overseas. And in order to support that, that overseas element, we decided that we needed to streamline and consolidate our operations here in Washington, D.C. And through the reorganization, as well as the attendant reduction in forces, we were able to do that. Indeed, if you look at the—
Well, let me reclaim my time here. I don't have that much of it. Secretary Rubio was before this full committee, and we entertained a number of State Department persons, the last of which was just a couple of days ago. I want to know, though, have you completed, since you're saying this will not impact negatively, have you completed an assessment of the impact and the loss of expertise from the State Department? Officials that have, as I said before, been fired or let go this year. That's a tremendous brain trust, a tremendous wealth of experience. And so when you extrapolate that out of an existing workforce, I need to get some idea of what assurances were made or what assessment was done to be able to say that there is no impact.
Congressman, the assessment to actually implement the reorganization and the attendant reduction in force was done long in advance, and of course we executed on that on Friday. It would be short-sighted of me to say that we've already done an assessment of the impact on what happened on Friday just a few days later, less than a week since that. I can assure you that there are plenty of us. In fact, even later this afternoon when I get back to the building, we're having our second meeting of a group of folks who were responsible for the implementation of the reorganization to make sure that we're looking at any potential anomalies that have come to our attention.
Good, and I hope that you would get back to us with those anomalies, or to say that there were none, or to say that this assessment, once it is done, shows no negative impact. Mr. Cunningham, 36 months ago, the Government Accounting Office released 4 recommendations, all of which were aimed at improving diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as accessibility in the State Department's workforce. The previous administration made some progress in addressing those, but those recommendations, 4 of them remain open. Is there any plan in place by Secretary Rubio or yourself or others to address the Government Accounting Office's recommendations? Or since it is listed as DEI, can we assume that under this leadership at the State Department and the White House that they are dead?
Under this administration, sir, we have eliminated diversity and inclusion initiatives throughout government. That includes the State Department. We have now moved to an entirely merit-based system that looks at skill sets, language capabilities, and experience in our identification, recruitment, hiring, and promotion and retirement of our workforce on both the civil service side as well as the foreign service side.
I understand that my time is expiring, but I'd be less than honest if I didn't say I don't know how a less diverse workforce will affect the efforts of the United States to engage with the vast amount of different peoples and cultures that are relevant to our national interests. I don't know how we do that when we become less diverse. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.